All right, let's talk loyalty. What if you could set up campaigns that just run themselves? Rewarding your best customers without you or your staff having to lift a finger. Well, today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to crack open the Pricebook Applet and show you, step by step, how to build these powerful automated campaigns from the ground up.
So picture this. You want to run a special sale this weekend. But, and here's the catch, it's only for your VIP members, and it's only happening at your flagship store. Now, how do you actually pull that off? How do you make sure the right people get the right discount every single time without it becoming this massive headache of manual work and, potential mistakes?
And that little scenario, that really gets to the heart of the challenge with modern loyalty programs. It's all about managing that complexity, but doing it in a way that feels seamless for the customer.
I mean, think about it. The minute you start juggling different member levels, specific dates, different store locations, things get complicated fast. One little slip-up and a VIP customer might miss the reward, or worse, a discount gets applied incorrectly and suddenly you're losing money and maybe even a little bit of trust.
This is precisely the kind of problem Pricebook was built to solve. So let's meet your new best friend for running campaigns.
So what is Pricebook really? The best way to describe it is as your personal campaign engine. Instead of printing out checklists or holding extra training sessions for every single promotion, you just build the rules once. You set it, and the system takes over, executing it perfectly every single time. It's a true set-it-and-forget-it solution. And the easiest way to wrap your head around building a campaign in Pricebook is to think of it like a simple recipe with 3 steps. First, you set the conditions. That's the who, when, and where. Second, you target the products. That's the what. And finally, you define the prize, the reward your customers are going to get.
So let's get started with the first ingredient in our recipe, the conditions. This is where we lay the foundation, defining the who, when, and where for our entire promotion.
This all happens in a tab called Rules Docs HDR. Now, HDR just stands for header. Think of it as the main overarching rules for the whole campaign. Here's where you can say, hey, this is only for my Black tier members, or this promotion is only valid for this weekend, and you can even pick and choose which specific store branches get to run it. It gives you this incredibly granular control right from the start.
Okay, we've set the stage. Now it's time to choose our star players. Rule number 2 is all about defining the what, which specific products are actually part of this deal. For this part, we jump over to the Rules Single Line tab, and the name says it all, right? If the Doc HDR was about the whole transaction, Single Line is about each individual item on that receipt. This is where we really start to narrow things down. And this is where you can see just how flexible it is. You could target one single item code, say this specific Logitech mouse, or you could apply the rule to an entire product category, like everything under computer accessories. That kind of control means you can make your campaigns as broad or as laser-focused as you want. All right, we have our conditions, we have our products. The last, and let's be honest, most exciting part of our recipe is defining the reward. What do our amazing members actually get out of this? We set this up using something called point treatment, which you'll find in the treatment tab. This is basically the action step. It's the part of the recipe that tells the system exactly how to calculate and hand out the reward points once all our rules have been met. So let's break down how this is configured. We're telling the system, look at the transaction amount, use the multiply operator with a value of 2, and then issue those points. It's brilliant. This is literally how you'd set up a double points promotion in just a few clicks. You can even control how long the points are good for. It's total control. So, what's the end result of all those settings? It's simple, it's powerful, and it's crystal clear. For every 1 ringgit a qualifying member spends on a qualifying product, they automatically get 2 reward points. No calculators, no manual entry, no confusion. So we've built the rules, we've defined the reward. Now for the best part, seeing it all come together. Like magic, right at the checkout counter. Okay, just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got a normal, everyday transaction. But on the right, our VIP member buys the very same item. The price is identical, but check it out. The system sees that all our Pricebook rules have been met, and bam, it automatically calculates and awards those 69 points. The cashier didn't have to press a single extra button. It just works. And that's really the beauty of the whole thing. For your cashier, nothing changes. They just scan the item like they always do, and the system does all the hard work behind the scenes, instantly showing the points that have been awarded. It's completely seamless, it's error-proof, and it's 100% automated.
So now that you know the basic recipe, just think about the possibilities. You could do flash sales for your top-tier members that only last a few hours.
Or what about a double points Tuesday to get more people in the door on a typically slow day? The engine is there. The only question left is, what amazing campaign are you going to build first?